listeners, enemies, and lovers. This is another episode of Semi-Woo. This is Heather.
My name is Amanda. And on this podcast, you're going to get a little taste of some LSD in Joshua Tree. Some of the things that come up on this podcast, which was one of the first ones we ever recorded, just on our phone, hanging out on a blanket in the middle of Joshua Tree, is we talk about what's up with 4 o'clock. What do we do around 4 o'clock? What does that mean to you?
We also talk about what it means to give away your power and how that suits.
What does that mean? We also get into perspectives on your life. Does your life suck or is your life awesome? And who decides that?
And we kind of break down what it means to set a moment in time through ceremony. Because that's what we were doing on that blanket there on that fateful day.
Yes, we were.
In the desert.
Which led to all of this
on LSD.
Enjoy it.
Yeah. Part of the sky here in the Western Hemisphere, it's usually about what people call 4 o'clock.
It's the number we've assigned.
It's on this side of my face.
It's still high, like really high.
It's still high.
But it's like done a little bit of that.
But
it's kind of like.
But you need to start making plans for the rest of the day.
Yeah, but you got plenty of time.
You should, make plans now. Make reservations.
Oh, you mean like in regular
like
people
in
world?
In life, right? Like,
oh yeah, 4. Like start making some plans for your night.
4 o'clock's like
you got time.
If you want to do something tonight, think about it. Think about it.
4 o'clock's a think about time.
Just think about it.
Decisions, and if you don't want to, then don't. And hey, then you still got a shit ton of sunset.
Actually, 4 is right around where if people are like, I'll do something cool.
Is anyone doing anything?
Is anyone doing anything?
Hey guys, you think about
barbecues, pool parties,
anyone?
Afternoons?
Because I'm gonna call in after this. So if you
I'm cool packing in. But if someone's doing something cool, I'll pack out.
I'll go.
And if not, then we all get to have fun packing.
That's why happy hour is invented, dude.
It's happy hour.
It's the next little thing to do.
It's the next thing to get us to the possibility of a cooler thing. And a lot
of
times that's what happy hours fizzle out. You have a balls deep, crazy night, and you're like, whoa. We just went for one drink after it's the legendary.
Legendary happy hour.
But most happy hours end where you're full of nachos.
Mm-hmm.
And you
drank a little bit too much banana. Not that
great.
When
you went over.
Because it's usually with coworkers you don't want to be with, and you're like, wait, you weren't any better drunk. You still suck. I have to see you tomorrow.
And I'm not.
I don't want to see you now. Yeah. I have to see you tomorrow.
Right. Wait, we're doing this tomorrow. That's
the thing. Doing this now? I don't like you at the office. Why would I like you better outside? You're just worse.
In my life. It's like I wanted to get away from you all day, and you're here at my dinner table?
No.
We're having drinks with me? I don't even like you in there. Like you. Why are you sitting across from me?
I guess
I'll
just have. There are some people I guess I'll just get drunk so I can stand you. Or me.
Or me. And me.
Alright, anyway, so back to this. Refocus.
Oof,
this is for the earth. This is just the little one that I gave.
Yeah.
So whatever
that's thought
moment you want to give to the earth, this is your time.
Yeah.
And I'll pour out half for me, and then I'll give to you, and you can
do your I'm watching you do something. It's great. It's wonderful.
I think that I'm understanding what ceremony is, and I just don't like that word. And we still, I think quantum leaps, dude. Yesterday, basically, pretty much. I mean, actually, yes. Actually, yesterday, for real, in time, in world time, in the morning, we were giggling and uncomfortable about telling a guy that we needed a fire for our ceremony, and to say that word, and I kind of said, and you're like, we're like, it's like ceremony, but because I want to be able to say that with.
But we're new, and this is
we're new.
It's the first time we've needed a ceremony fire.
I know.
And it was so we're tender.
And to stand in that and be like, it's not a joke. We're not crazy.
And he didn't think for a second it was a joke.
He didn't.
And he said,
okay.
And so we honored his land by paying them the thing. That's what I loved. Is the young girl in me would be like, you need to get all the money. He's like, I still provide a land and pay into it. This is a cool thing.
And I'm losing out on this for 2 nights.
Yeah.
And
it
I'm giving you all your money back. And he didn't have to do that.
This is
as per the agreement.
And this is why I always, on the way out, when I give them their money back, I remind them. I may remind you, I didn't have to. Yeah. And that's my thing where I can be like, but I did. Because I'm a cool fucking person.
And I understand things.
And can I have $30, please? And then you can have all your money back.
So I'm going to get comfortable saying that word, saying the word rituals, having an altar and not thinking it's dumb. All of these things that are just really old. I really want to get rid of that. And it's going to be what it means for me. It's not what it means for every other damn person who's ever done a ceremony. Because guess what? It's just a fucking word.
It's a representation of my spirituality. Ceremony is just representation of spirituality. So
and it's whatever you think.
It intrinsically is.
They're actually, it's not even. Sometimes, dude, there's ceremony in sports. There's ceremony.
That's what I'm saying.
Everything.
It's just.
It's just taking a moment to like recognizing
life. It's just.
There's trophy ceremonies when you're soccer. There's everything is ceremonies.
It's just taking a special time.
Taking a special time to recognize something about life and saying, that's all it is. And everyone knows it, and it isn't a weird word, and we do it for the Olympic ceremony, and we do it.
And we make shapes of the things that you do. You make triangles.
Totally.
We don't know why, but there's always triangles.
And circles and intertwined.
And circles,
right.
And things are intertwined. That's how you make...
Yeah.
That's how we make unity.
No,
that's unity. It's triangles and circles.
That is how things connect.
And then
I love triangles. I love it. That's a big part of my tattoo. That's a whole nother story. That's coming into shape. That's coming into shape.
I tell you what, doing this LSD, okay, so like this, right, is what I know. But knowing this, all the bells unrung. This is why I came here, dude.
Yeah.
And it's incredible and awesome, and it's not heavy, and it seems heavy because
it's not.
Heaviness is a word. It's not a problem.
It's just a different state of being.
Heaviness is a state, not a problem.
Yeah, it's just a different state of being. When we're comfortable with that. Like, my body feels different than it does most of the time.
And, like, heaviness in the grand scheme of thing, like heft.
Yeah.
So, the loops. So you don't need to take tons more to go on the loop trains that are LSD.
No. And I'm glad I did just what I did, and I honor that, and
I honor it.
I took it with
and I was like, should I even do like another one?
No.
I know that's too much. I was like, that's bravado. That's not with the spirit of intention.
We don't have a lantern. We don't want to drive later. That's dumb. That's not who we are. And we have infinite time. No rush.
And there's no rush.
And it's like, welcome to this journey. How about
never
you just
been
take
to
your shoes off?
Tree.
You're in my house. Relax. Don't go to every room. You can't just
don't
go
run
opening
around.
doors.
Come to the
ayahuasca would tell people that a lot. They're like, you think you can just go around flinging open doors? You're in my house.
Really?
Let me be your host.
I'm your guide. I'll show you parts. Are you ready for that?
Go looking through my medicine
like,
cap.
There's
you want
crazy
You want to know what's in there?
If you want to.
That's what when Salvador. I've never heard him be like actually like mad. He never was, right? But the closest I've ever seen him is, and he was super, super way balls deep ayahuasca. Do you want some water?
Only because, physically.
I know.
But that's part of it.
We'll get there.
Thank
you. But he was like out there, right? To where when he had to remove himself to go up to the thing, right? That's when you knew. He was like,
and
because he was dealing with so much, and he's like, yo, and he just wanted to sit there with me and have a cigarette and like just be out of it for a minute. But then he was deep into it. But he's like, who are these? And this is him being so compassionate is where Santiago's like, fuck this. He's like, who are these kids who walk up to me and say, I want to go deep, man. Give me all the medicine. No, I don't think this is strong enough. I want to like see it all. And he goes, if I even peeled back the slightest veil, he's like, you don't even have a clue.
I am the sand of an ocean seeing it, and I'm like,
this is why you have training. This is why you do
it over. This is why it's a lifetime
of a journey.
I will say I love whatever this journey of LSD acid mind expansion. I'm on the mind expansion journey,
and I honor it. And I always take it seriously.
And it will take
it honors me.
Take care of me. Oh, this is actually crazy town, dude. And this is why Joshua Tree is a bunch of people out here living, being all the things they want to be spiritually.
Yeah. And they are. And that's why everyone's happy, hippie, lovey-dovey, awesome.
And that's Joshua Tree.
Yeah.
We found one of our many homes.
Yeah, J Tree, dude. Everybody loves it. And I already have a home in Palm Desert, an hour from here. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, we live here.
And I knew that I didn't want to come here until this time. Like, I know it's funny. Like, I've had opportunities or friends or this or that, and I was like, no, I don't know if I'm ready for that. And now I'm ready for it.
You can do it alone or without, and bring people out here, or go out for yourself and you and Teets. Or can I come? Or no, you're like, nah, man, I'm going to have this time. Or maybe plan a retreat out here.
Yeah. And this is my promise with this water and to this earth is like, I'm going to continue on this path of medicine. And I'm not going to shy away from it. And I'm not going to be scared of it. And it doesn't mean I'm going to go balls deep and go crazy and just do shrooms every weekend. But it does mean, like other things that I've promised, like that I'm going to dance and I'm going to take the steps and seek out mentors and actively participate in this world because I feel called to this world. And I'm a baby and I just want to be a learner and I just want to be a learner baby and acknowledge that I do have already some power and that people have seen it in me.
That I'm crazy powerful and I'm a learner baby.
Yes, and both. And I can be both. And I will be forever.
And I am.
That's
forever
why St.
until the
Jago,
end of time.
everyone looks up to and he's like, I'm just a man, y'all. I'm calling in my ancestors to help us here. I'm calling in spirits. I'm calling in hummingbirds. Right. He's like, I'm just a man.
And we all loop and loop. That's what you're talking about. The guy that stood up to the Smithsonian, you were his leader. Right. So it's like it all loops.
We all something to each other.
There's
There's
not a hierarchy.
There isn't. There's just people who've done, maybe you're like, hey, I see you've done this loop a little bit longer than me. Do you want to, teach me? And they're like, oh, are you a good leader loop? Oh, yeah, I've already done leader loop for a while. I can definitely do that for you. Cool, because I'm not good at leader loop like Christine.
What can you
do?
Land? This is why we love Jess.
This is collaboration.
This is what Jess has been living.
Yeah.
And it's not always what we think has to be awesome. That's why we're Jess. And she's cleaning out... Jess is cleaning out her loops.
History. Major family.
She's working. She's doing the work of her, and I'm seeing it.
She's like a medicine woman doing the work on her whole
family.
And dude, now that's me. God damn it.
And you know what? And we all are for each other. That's what the loops are. That's what these loops are, right? Like we're all doing it for each other. My mom did it for me, and I through me do it.
And I can do it through Jill, and Jill can do it through me, and I can do it through my sister, and she can help me. And
because we all are actually one.
But you have to step into, and that's like the power. I feel like this is like the power thing. Like step in, okay, but accept it. Accept that you are a part of the loops, and you do have a footprint, and you are in power, and what you don't say does matter, whether you think it does or not, dude. Whether you think you're being weak or strong, like it all matters. It's all there. So whether my sister thinks I'm just idiot Amanda or I'm like, hey, here's what I think, it's going to make an effect either way. So I might as well choose to be intentional in what I say and mean to everyone.
At all times.
Yeah.
That my actions are for some reason.
An intent.
And if they're for no reason,
I'm in the time they're for no reason.
They were supposed to be that.
That was the intent.
That's actually most of my...
Yeah. Hey, this
there's
is just
no
me
reasons,
making sounds.
right.
But, when I am having a heart-to-heart with you and you want to be serious, I am going to speak with intention, and I'm going to speak my meaning, and I am going to call your attention to me and say, pay attention to my life. It matters. It matters just as much as yours.
This is hard for both of us.
I don't have to break you down, Jill, to build me up. She doesn't have to be a shitty worker to make me a better worker. And I don't have to laugh about how... No. But I do need to step into my own power, and she does respect it when I do, and say, but pay attention to my life, and I want to pay attention to yours, and let's just look at the beauty in both of our lives, and not who's better, older, younger, baby,
and tell me your perspective.
Nothing.
Everything I know, when I know about you, is amazing. Like, keep telling me the real things. Yeah. Not your... perceived problem. Who's the real you?
Who's the real you, Jill? You're silly and funny, and you're cute and beautiful.
Can you tell us more about? And that's why we want to be cruise ship divas with all of our friends. Yeah. We're like, we don't know who you guys are outside of CSD, but.
So this is my promise to stay on this path. All right, your turn.
I'm just having the experience of a at once, and
Can you hold?
My mind's expanded. Yes and no,
okay.
you know? Like,
I believe in you.
I don't even feel this on me, and then I'm in my power to do this. Like, I can...
Yeah. It's your power water.
And then
this is your intent.
What? Two.
Or it's whatever you want it to be.
In this moment, I'm a baby and I'm a master. And I like Costco and I like flowers. And I'm fat and I'm thin. and
I'm ugly and stupid.
I'm thirsty now.
And I'm lazy and motivated.
And I'm, haven't been thirsty before.
Yeah.
They're states. They're not problems. They don't have to be solved.
And
they don't have to be even compared. I don't even have to be. But in this moment, because I've chosen to, this is a great one. I'm just to my best friend.
Yeah.
There we go. And I'm sipping water, and it means everything in the whole world. And I drink it like this. And also, I just took a sip of fucking water. That's why LSD is fun, because it's everything and then it's nothing. It's only a sip of water of the universe, because I just said, and in my world for a second it was. And also, I just sipped water.
Yeah. It's all in, like, the intention, the meaning you give it, dude.
And it doesn't matter.
Like,
it literally
what's the
doesn't.
Meaning of life? Like, who do you think's gonna come in here and give you meaning? No one is. You have to create it for yourself, and that's what scares people. They're like, I wanted to follow a leader. I wanted to follow a country. I wanted to follow a flag. I wanted to follow someone. I just wanted someone to goddamn tell me what to do and then give me purpose. And you're telling me that I have to create it? Damn, that's hard. And that's what a lot of people are saying. They're like, man, I just wanted, and this is the beauty, dude, of like, I just wanted the next president to be the be-all, end-all, make it great again. I don't know what that means. Just make it great. Just please, can you?
If everything's crazy.
When was it great last? I don't know. Just make it great, because I don't know.
I don't care who we're voting for.
That's Abraham when she talks about Trump. That guy's like, but I'm involved in the love. And she's like, you're giving your power to a man. She's like, stop giving your power to this person. You guys, you literally don't have to.
I was like, when people talk about Trump around me, I'm like, I don't have to. Well, I go who, because I just don't live in a world where his name or who he is has anything to do with my life.
And it doesn't.
And it absolutely does not. And when I tell people that, they're like, oh, you better believe it does. And I'm like, it literally doesn't have anything to do with my life.
Next time Donald Trump walks into my room and goes, hey, I'm Donald Trump, can you talk to me? I'll be like, all right, I guess this is when I have to
then I'll deal with Donald Trump
when he's in front of me. Otherwise he's just a fucking dude.
And you want to know what? If he was in front of me, there'd be a dude standing in front of me, because it's Donald Trump and he's a dude. He's just a fucking guy. That's what I want to tell people, like, he's just a guy. He's just a guy.
He's guy.
He's shittier. We agree. We all agree he's not the best guy.
Right.
And
and even the ones that like him agree he's not
his best friends know that Donald kind of sucks.
But they're like, but we don't know. But we need to give our power to someone.
But he's this is why we follow him, is because he believes he knows what's going.
That's why people. He's like, he thinks he knows.
The day Donald Trump goes, I don't have control,
the world will lose its mind.
Then we'll lose. Donald.
He's like, you guys,
Trump,
seriously,
I was like, Donald, please don't tell these people that you don't have control.
Yeah. Keep the lies up. You're really good at it, actually.
That's actually what you're here for.
Yeah. Just keep telling everybody that everything's gonna be fine. It's gonna be great again, and then maybe it will be, because he says I'm the best, and then he becomes the best, and he says I make the most money, and then he makes the most money.
Yeah.
He's a powerful creator. And it shows that you don't, just because you're a powerful creator doesn't mean you're creating for good or bad or otherwise.
Or for whatever.
He's just creating Donald Trump land. He's like, I want to be president.
And we live in it.
And then he just became president.
The whole nation lives in it. And then
you're welcome to my world.
And then I'm like, that's Donald Trump's world. I don't live in his world. That's what I was like. You live in Donald Trump landia. I don't live in Donald Trump landia. Yeah. I see that Donald Trump landia is happening.
Yeah. And I agree, like, yes, I'm physically in America. Like, I obey the laws.
I'm black. I'm a woman.
Yeah. But
these things.
Day to
day, how I decide to live my life
has
is
nothing to do with
it has as little to do with his life as my life has to do with his life.
Yeah. Does he think about me?
Is he like, what's Heather think of me today? How's she feeling? Well, what did Heather think? What'd she do today? Now, here's how I'm going to base my day, is what Donald Trump did. This is Seattle. They base their whole day on what Donald Trump did. They wake up every day.
You have a strong presence there, dude, because I know that me, personally, Amanda, in this life...
I chose this body to help these people.
Mm-hmm.
I needed to be a big, black, hot, big black woman. This is the only person that could go into Seattle and tell it like it is to be all the things.
And you grew up in a white enough culture they can relate.
So I totally get where you're coming from.
I'm
Here's where you're missing it as a black woman, and that's been hurting me, and I haven't been speaking my truth, and now that I am,
and you're allowed to.
Fuck you guys, because it's not fair.
Yeah,
it's not fair. But don't feel bad. You're not doing it. That's the thing with white people that are like, we didn't do it, and they feel
just create it better.
And I was like, don't have guilt. You didn't. The white guilt sucks, and I feel that side.
But if you want to heal your ancestors, dude, okay,
then
heal them. But we need to give you,
and
we need to give them ceremonies of how to do that. They're like, I don't know how to feel the guilt. Yes, my ancestors made you slaves. Where do I put this heaviness that I've now realized, which is the first step, is anger.
Anger, always. Awareness, anger. Always.
It's the first step, right? And
of a different sensation, of a new
after denial.
world.
Denial's first, and then it's but it's anger, right? Super anger. But then it's like, okay, now I'm angry, but now what do I do with this? And this is what healers and circles and facilitators are like. We can help you to circle this out, to facilitate it. Sometimes we use plants. Sometimes we use herbs. Sometimes we use talk. Sometimes we use clueless. Sometimes we use Costco. Sometimes we use music. Sometimes we use sleep. Go take a nap. Sometimes we use...
Sometimes you need healing. You do these things for you. Sometimes do them for someone else.
Sometimes just stop healing and go live. Go take a vacation. But these are the tools that we have, and we are... Fucking... If there was one word that anyone has ever said to you that just stands out your whole life, what is it? And for me, it's leader. It just, I can hide and run and hide, and it finds me. It finds me, and it finds me.
Like, not even leader, like, I'm happy.
Yeah, that is your own.
People are happy around me.
People are so happy around
you, dude. And I'm pretty happy most of the time.
Yeah. And realizing how dynamic your happiness can be.
I don't care, but I also I know why, because someone healed my loop.
Yeah.
It's because my mother fucking did it. And people are out here healing their things, and the ceremony, and it loops, and then I gotta do this because...
Yeah, now you came up and you were given this power, but now it's time for us to
spread it.
Hide.
And
our moms are like, don't hide, don't get hide. Are you gonna, how many more years are you gonna be in a loop of weight loss magazines and this dumb shit?
Our moms didn't know how to help us.
They didn't. I'm just saying, but like,
I know that's the loop of womanhood. It's like we all need
to do what you do and start healing everybody and look outside of. It's so selfish, dude. And I mean this for me, and you don't have to feel this way, but it's really selfish for me to be constantly focused on, like, even if it doesn't matter if it's good or bad. I'm fat. I'm beautiful, right? If I'm every day, I was like, I'm beautiful. I'm so beautiful. Wow, look at my beautiful face and my skin and my. It's the same thing of doing it with hatred of like, oh, stupid fat legs. Oh God, and my shirt and I'm just focused on myself, and it doesn't let me focus on other people. So good, bad, or otherwise, stop focusing so much on every day. How does Amanda feel? Amanda's body, and Amanda's knee, and Amanda's. Jesus Christ, it's this endless loop, and then when it's negative, it sucks. I don't want to be stuck in that loop. How about ask someone else how they're doing? How about go meet someone new and find out where they're from? Where are you from? I don't know where you're from. Where did you grow up?
Get outside of
this
your head, like
loop and this that's yeah. You already know. It's like you already know what to do. You already know what to do.
This is who you are. That woman. You're the woman you want to be right now. That's what that means. You're like, but she looks, but her body, but no. But like, what that...
And guess what? Even if she does, then that's her in the future.
And at different times.
At a different time.
But you are you.
But I am me now.
Soul contract.
Get it? I get what it's just it's a deep one, dude. And it's acceptance. It's gonna be a forever one. Acceptance.
This is where I'm feeling the difference in our...
Oh.
With the medicine.
Oh, yeah.
If you even knew how amazing you are, you'd be tripping balls right now. And then how normal... it's all... Sorry, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because it's big out here, man. It's everything and nothing at the same time. How does that even make sense?
Well, that's why people like... That's when I think when trips can go like that, when you're like, I have to figure out how it's everything and nothing and everything and nothing and everything and nothing and everything. No, you don't have to figure it out. It just is.
It is, right. You have to let it is. And is it...
And I'm like, oh, is my stomach feeling like, should it... I'm like, it is.
It is.
So... Doesn't
now that you're looking at it, like, how do you... I don't know. What... Tell us about it.
It's just another experience.
Is it good? Is it bad? Is it left? Is it round? Is that what square is?
Yeah. What words did you make up?
What words?
That's why I say, like, I see Abraham, something like, so what do you guys want to talk about? What's on your mind?
What can't you guys
want to talk about today?
What can't you figure out today?
Yeah, how can I help you just enjoy
or if you want to ask questions or
cool.
And a lot of Abraham people, and what I love listening to Abraham is like, tell us about ourselves.
Yeah, I like when they do. I thought that would be my thing. I actually don't have a question. I'd be like, tell me.
I just like sitting in the crowd.
Or I'd be like, if I went up there and I think about this, I'm like, okay, if I did, and I don't think I necessarily even have a real thing.
Right.
But I think if I did, I would be like, I just want to like say thanks and have you like, I just want to vibe with you.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, I want you to feel my vibe and I want to feel yours.
And
I want to reflect you, and that's it.
Me. And I would be like, reflect me, and I'll reflect you.
Yeah.
And we dance. I want to dance, Abraham.
And whatever comes up, comes up.
And I gotta say, big ups to you and the collective behind you. Mm-hmm. And that's why people, when they go up and they say thank you, and Abraham never goes, I know it's not. It's like we're all working on it together as a collective.
No big deal.
Abraham goes, yeah.
Like, yep. Yeah. Yeah.
There's no... We know something.
Yeah. And this is funny why Esther is such a perfect vessel. And it's funny that Abraham talks about why Esther is a perfect vessel as it's physically Esther.
As Esther
most people would watch that and be like, that is like the ultimate woo-woo.
It's so fucking woo-woo.
It's the ultimate. Oh yeah, the number one video I watch constantly every day.
11 videos Darlene posting of the woo-wooest thing.
A group of aliens talking through a lady who does cruises.
And
bonkers, dude.
It is actually
bonkers. Which is why when Ralph first introduced it to us, and whenever I have said anything to anyone else, I'm like, oh, like, go with me on this.
It's still bonkers.
It's bonkers.
And it's bonkers, but it's like
once you hear it,
the right vibe
perfect.
That's on our frequency of the
We're just tuned to
spaceship
it.
that I want to go on.
Yep, we're just tuned to it.
It's not wrong if you want to be a rock star, and it's not wrong if you want to be a mom. This is my spaceship, and I'm getting on. I love Abraham.
I love Abraham. Abraham's a
tuned.
massive
I get
teacher.
this world. I get that world. I love living in it.
Yeah.
But
I see how Esther is a perfect vessel because Esther is just very neutral. Like my mom did. That's why my mom communes with the Holy Spirit a lot. And she's like, the Spirit told me that you were in danger. The Spirit told me this. Is like, she's an open vessel to that. And Esther is, when you see Esther as herself, she's so cute. And
how could you
guys,
not
she comes up, she's like, hi.
Esther's
just an open vessel. And that's why Abraham's like, we're able to speak more clearly because there's less resistance. Because Esther has very low, and she trained herself through meditation to have almost no resistance, and then
so that we are channeling her. And this is why we talk about Esther as a thing, is because she's like allowing us to use her egoic persona.
Yeah, she
to
is.
Offer this.
Yeah, which is great. And her name, and her last name,
and she lives a beautiful life because
and makes no apologies.
But doesn't she? If she's a spaceship woo-woo person. Whatever, dude. Esther's like, I don't care.
I'm sorry. What? I'm not going to tell people that because...
And she's
why? Who am I trying to be that I'm not going to tell someone that I listen to Abraham all the time? Yeah, I'm not going to post 11 videos because that's taking my world too heavily into other. And
that
it's not
person
helpful.
need to get the shit out of Darlene's life and not tell Darlene that posting 11 videos is wrong because Darlene's like, I'm in my world being Darlene.
Yeah, she's like, this is like MySpace.
This is my...
Which is why MySpace was better than Facebook. Facebook's like, you share you with all of us. MySpace is like, this is MySpace.
But that's the thing about Facebook now, too, is like, I create my world. So, like, if I don't like someone's post on something, then you delete them. You don't tell them, hey,
you can't do that. You can't do that. No, can't do that.
You don't
just delete
them. You don't tell them that they're annoying. That was rude.
It was rude.
And I'm glad I rode that out with her. I wasn't going to be like, well, Darlene, like, you shouldn't post 11
Why?
times.
It's her.
She's
like, it's my world.
She's
world.
like,
it's my world. It's my poster board, and I just colored
it. Poster board.
Why can't I put 11? I liked them.
She's like, who the fuck is it to tell me? I was like, that's bitchy. It was bitchy.
Really?
Thank you.
Yeah, it was bitchy.
And really? I love that it's both.
It is.
But it's your poster board.
Really?
But it's your on your
okay,
poster
actually
board.
the really is actually
the really is like
the really is
more like
well, it's more like Darlene, like, do these really mean enough to you? Not like post them anywhere, it doesn't matter.
To you.
Are you getting enough, or is it just like Abraham?
Do you believe these things? What did they say? Stop.
What did they say?
Pick one.
Tell me what the message was.
That's what he was reeling, and that's what I want to.
Really? Like, is this?
Do you really believe all these?
It's like being like, hey, I want to be a math student, and someone just throws 8 books at you, and you're like, really? I don't know, just throws a bunch of books. You're like, you're not teaching me.
And
you're just
I know
throwing a bunch of information.
World of spirituality, right? Like that you are these things and believe it.
Yeah.
But what about them and you?
Yeah, and how they relate to you and what you learned. I want to hear your perspective.
Yeah, and speaking truth is a huge thing she's working through now. So she's putting out truths, but how they apply to her is not there. And that's why it looks like flim flang fling flang.
Yeah.
And what?
It's getting there.
And that's why the things that resonate are when someone tells me, like, I know the truths of the world, but what's your story? And the real ones are just fucking interesting, dude. Jessamine, this, like,
the
even the
real
super hottest
ones.
bitches, if that's your thing and you and your boyfriend actually do fuck under waterfalls. And the thing, like,
cool.
What is that world? I'll watch that for a second.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I know.
That two hot-bodied
people who realize
tens are fucking under a waterfall,
and they know they're
planet.
tens,
and they know, and they're like happy, and they know that like they're tens. They know what they're doing, right? They know that they are tens fucking under a waterfall.
It's like when me and you were on stage laughing, and we're like, "This is the peak." You were like, "We are the best." This is,
we know that we're.
You are the funniest.
Right.
This is the funniest moment. You were reflecting to me the ultimate humor. Like when I hear you laugh and it's huge. It's like that, but like hot sexual.
And then
style.
I'm like, do you guys know? And they're like, oh, we know.
That's like Savannah and Devin. I'm like, you guys know you're little hot.
And I'm gonna have some
fuckers.
times like that, dude. Because in your own world, you know that you're fucking.
Yes, and guess what, dude? I used to live in a world, like you mentioned, where I was bigger than I was now, where a shit ton of guys would be like, you're sexy. And mean it.
Believed it.
And I believed it. I was like, I know.
That's why you're here.
I was like, I know I am. Absolutely I am. And you are too. And I picked you. And I did have that confidence. And I was like, and I picked you.
And even if I didn't make this is what I'm thinking. No, it doesn't matter that, like, one didn't go perfectly or represents my whole being.
But yeah, but one time you were kind of, whatever. It was a spirit, dude. And I remember that spirit I had. And it was fun, carefree, I'm sexy. Yeah, it wasn't perfect. Of course it wasn't. I was in my 20s. Of course it wasn't perfect. But I loved myself more, if I'm being really honest, than I do recently. And I want to get back to that. And I really did love my life. And I did love myself.
Yeah.
I did. More.
And you don't have to love it all.
To love it.
To love it.
You don't have to love it all.
And you do.
And now I'm doing the thing like wait around till all the conditions until wait around. And I was like, I didn't used to wait around. I just loved my life. Period. Period. I just love my life.
Yeah.
I love my life. I do love my life.
You do love your life.
I do love my life.
And your life
and I'm
is
just and the more I do,
your life is
I'm just gonna just jump on that.
Just live your life.
Yeah. It is beautiful and it's awesome and it's interesting and it's lessons. And
it's all loops.
And now I'm like, cool. Now I get to have the next one, which is like accepting my bonkers, accepting my authenticity, being a medicine woman, being truthful. A new land.
Jess is like, just keep doing things.
Keep doing it.
She has literally been
a
shaman, a thing, has worked in bars, has been a pirate.
Yes.
I mean,
a gunslinger, a Brooklyn
like,
badass.
Trust me, just do anything. Just do something.
She's such our spirit sister.
She's our spirit sister.
And Savannah and Tatey and all those girls
and
are younger.
And
she knows
not even younger, dude. It's like Camille and Tatum were
loopy.
so far beyond where we were when we met them, spiritually and traveling and like
and being themselves. They're like, we love this.
And we're like, well, they're doing it because they're skinny. They're doing it because
they don't care that they're skinny, and they don't care that we're not. And they didn't. They really didn't, dude. It took us finding the two hottest, skinniest, blondest, cutest, dimpliest, modeliest,
like
flat tummiest bitches.
Bones.
Just perfection.
We had to squeeze them down to bones. They're two bags of bones.
They're two bones, except for Tatey has a cute 70s butt.
So we had.
And Camille has the hottest face ever.
And Camille has the hottest face known to man.
And boobs.
And Tatey has it doesn't even, you can't Photoshop, actually. Tatey's body she has a Photoshop.
You look at it and you just wonder how it exists as it moves. You're like,
it's a piece of furniture.
It's a piece
Tatey's
of
body.
Beauty.
It's beauty.
Wow. And we go, hey, do you guys like us? And they're like,
let us do anything around you. That's all they want.
Oh, well,
everyone is just waiting like this for me and you to be like, can you plan CSD? Can you just make a Heather and Amanda Landia? Stop thinking that you guys aren't cool.
I know.
This is actually why we're here.
Yeah.
And what our friends would say to us, and what I know that you guys have been saying, and thank you for holding space for us, all of our friends, and each other, and you, and all of our community is like, and them knowing, they know that's why we're here.
We do.
Your dad knows
actually,
that's why we're here.
He does.
They all knew that more than us.
Yeah, they did.
What this is.
But yet it was powerful for me to say it out loud. Like, this is for me and Heather. This is our trip. It's sacred. It's bigger than you can imagine, but I know you get it.
Yeah.
And thanks, Dad, and here's your cake.
And it's represented in these ways that are normal, and it's an honoring our beauty and our friendship.
It is.
And as women,
I've
never been able to express my respect for our relationship. Respect our relationship in this world.
It's not pathetic, and
it's like deep. It's huge. I see me and you, and it's so beautiful. And I like soar, so I can soar, and so I can be the thing. And the only times where I'm like, when you go off and you be Amanda, I'm like, it's so cool that the only resistance I have is like, I want it. Like that's just the thing.
I know, and I've never jealous.
And it's never, it's like this feeling,
Ooh, hummingbird.
It's just so great, and it's so great.
It's so great, and we have to only support each other from now on, man. And it is, and we have to stop belittling this bond, dude. It's not like, and their husband says that. Sure, those are all different, but this bond, we have to honor it, and we have to know that it's not everyone gets it.
On some plane in some land, but we know this shit is tribal.
Yeah.
The rivers run deep.
They do.
Whatever's running
We didn't just
this.
meet up.
Heather and Amanda in this incarnation are hopping onto the thing, but this is a vault thing in the span of the universe, and we get to show up here. It's cool.
Yeah.
And hello.
Hi.
And then we got this trip. Then they're like, then use it, bitches.
Cool. Then
you're in a big fault line of energy and love and coolness. You're in a wellspring.
And everyone's just waiting around for you guys to love yourself and just
let people enjoy you. You're awesome. You're awesome.
And let people enjoy you the way you are.
Everyone loves us.
God.
If you hate yourselves, then we hate it.
Then we don't.
We don't.
And then you're just making us uncomfortable.
You make us.
We want to love you, but then
why don't you see it? Oh my God.
It is that, and that's what's reflected.
That's what's
happening. Why don't you see it?
And that's the thing.
And the tools, and I see it so clearly, dude. And this is why we needed more than one day and one trip and we needed this whole thing, because we're like, okay, big realizations, but now we have the actual, like, spiritual tools to continue on this path. And this is why I'm feeling so powerful, way more than I was yesterday. I was like, I'm just gonna go back to, like, just checking my schedule on Ironside, and Thursday I'm just gonna go, yeah, right!
No.
This is why you do this. This is what a retreat is. But my tools are like, okay, here's your tools. You are doing truth now. You are doing leadership now. No more. Learn. Use
Go to
them.
class.
Don't just be like, oh, you went to the thing and you did the
Join
retreat.
the circles.
Do it.
I'm kind of like the woo-woo.
Are you?
Are you? Do you even know what it means?
Are you fucking woo-woo? Are you kidding me?
Are you woo-woo? Is this... Now, and you think you That's why we're not sitting in really nice, actually put together badass things. It's because we just started, and there's a way better way to do what we're doing. Also, we don't need to not do it because we're not doing it perfectly. We need to be doing it at whatever level we can achieve at any time and really love it because it's awesome. For some of our friends, they're like, this is awesome. Like, what do you think perfection is, Heather?
I know.
This is actually,
you know what it is? It's an excuse. Awesome. It's a future excuse to not
to
live
say that
now.
But if you were in a white
I was
dress,
Carmody,
this would be better. If you were in a white dress, Heather, this would be better.
It wouldn't be better. And one day, if you will be in a white dress, it won't be better. It will just be
super
different.
fun to be in a white dress, but it wouldn't make it better.
It would just be different. It would just be you in a white dress.
Be me in a white dress in the same moment.
Yeah.
And I get where, like, if you used LSD more, you could be on that rock in a white dress. Like, I sense that this is where people go. You can do that.
Yeah.
I think you can be source. I think you can do that stuff. That's why I'm like toe dipping. But I sense how you could.
And
do
this
that.
is toe dipping because I am mad respect.
You can do that. I could if I wanted to be Heather in a white gown.
Right.
And if I wanted to be Carmody right there, I could be Carmody right
because you have the creative power.
Because I created Carmody.
It's just a reflection.
And she's Carmody.
Yeah, it's Carmody.
And then Carmody is something, and I love her. Carmandy, I love her way more. And that's my life as a gabaret.
I know.
Life as a gabaret is the twisted thing of what I thought people. Gabaret Sidibe is what I thought
people thought of you in a way,
of me,
or that you could only either be like. This is maybe the black thing to do. Like, you're either RuPaul, or you're Harriet Tubman, or you're Gabaret Sidibe, or you're the tennis girl who has a big butt. Which one are you? Because I need to identify with you with some black women, and you can't just be a woman. You have to be a black woman that I've heard of or accomplish something. Which one are you a sports one?
Oprah? Wait, are you Michelle? That's why people are like, you know which one you are?
You're the arms, because that's the one you are.
I don't know why. You're Michelle. All right, moving
on. Like, do white people go around classifying every white person?
I figured it out. You're Michelle.
Oh, you're
There's nothing else about you I need to know.
You're Bob, my boss Bob. You're him. That's who you are. Oh, and you? Oh, my cousin. That's who you are.
I'm Michelle. And you know what? Cool.
Michelle. But it is to raise awareness. Like, you don't need to make me one of the top 5 emblems
and
of
fault
something.
Me for the not knowing who the fuck I am in society when I only have 5 examples of who I could be. They're literally me growing up in white America was like, there are 3 things you can be, dude, as a black woman.
One of them's like crazy Negro, or accomplish everything Oprah.
Breast hair. It's my sister or me.
Yeah, I know.
Right. And we chose both different ways, and we're like, no, this is the way, and then hated each other for not being the way. That's my aunt, actually.
Yeah.
She was like, Afro. She's like, no, we need to own it. And
yeah.
That
sucks that you can only
be you are it, though. Like, you don't have to do it because of the blackness. Like, you are a badass business bitch regardless. And that's why people keep giving her awards, and it's making her feel weird. It's like, you a black woman. It's just like...
She doesn't know who she is.
And it's not so cool. Like, my aunt's like, I'm not so cool. I'm just a black woman that's like, now...
dedicated my whole life to this business.
She's like, whatever, I've been working at it for a long time. Now she's just a businessman, dude.
Yeah,
my aunt's like, I'm a businessman. Stop giving me... That's what my aunt... She just wants to be a fucking businessman, dude. That's what my aunt
And not like, oh, wow,
and not this,
one.
like, power. She's like, stop giving me awards.
She's like, I just do business.
She fought through... And she did fight through things, so that's why she has to accept them, and she does, like this. But
like this.
She's over it. This is why, when she gets home from awards, my aunt, she takes off her shoes and she goes, did someone order KFC? And we were like, we pack it in, dude.
Cool.
Because
it's exhausting.
Day, dude,
it's exhausting.
She's just this crazy lady with my aunt, who you gave an award to. You know, you just gave an award to a crazy lady, right?
The crazy family and
with a crazy history that we're all healing. Like,
yeah, that we're all healing. And she
know,
like rose above it. It's almost like the award is like for the people giving it than it is the one receiving it. It's like, we have to point you out. No, you don't. Just let me do my thing.
And if I need to be that person, I accept with honor. She
cool.
My aunt, for all the awards that white people need to give her, she accepts a lot of the white. They're like, we need to let you know that we're sorry. And my aunt's all, give me your award. Thank you. Goodbye. Is the KFC on its way?
Yeah.
That's what my aunt's here doing.
Like, now let me just go be the black woman I want to be, and in both are me.
She holds space.
I'm a Boeing executive who eats KFC, and both of those things don't matter.
The idea of a, you know, and I look at her and I'm like, oh,
look, Teets is with us.
Always.
Her munkers.
Water.
She goes, yeah, we have everything.
Okay.
I'm actually looking for something special.
I bought ahead of time.
I feel like I wanted to take a little lean out break.
I don't need anything, and I have...
You can have desires.
I have this, wow, what is need?
Just stuff that we contrast. Sorting through it.
Need is
Sifting and sorting.
It's a vein of the...
Sifting and sorting through the contrast. And look what we created.
Like, need is an ingredient. Need is like, it's an actual thing. Like, need is like this. It's like when you want some... Sorry.
It's okay. Talk it out.
No, it's not even tempted to be... I don't... I'm just now awake in this week. I just got here this week. To the universe.
Yeah.
That with you... Couldn't have done it without you.
Nope.
Would not have happened without you. Wouldn't have had the courage.
Wouldn't have even known.
It had to be the most fun in the world for me to even know what the fuck this was going to be
honestly,
about.
Heather, thank you so much for spearheading that this was a retreat and like calling that into existence, because I had so much resistance. I was like, God, can't we just like get together and this was my low self, right, talking.
Of course.
And I was
and
like,
I had the need that
and you're like, Amanda,
I know these things.
No, but you were like, but that's good that you
right.
stepped up and you're like, this is a retreat, like this is our groundbreaking. And I would get all pissy when it was on the calendar, like groundbreaking, Heather, spiritual retreat of 2017. I was like, oh God, it has to be some big
heatherizing it, which I heatherize things. But this time we needed to heatherize a little bit. We needed structure.
That's and not only structure, but just to make it, to call it into existence.
Ceremonious.
Important.
It's important.
It wasn't just a trip. It wasn't just another
trip.
Vacation.
And that's why we didn't invite people. And that's why you said no. And we had senses of it.
And it was funny the whole time. People kept being like, "Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure?" And we're like, all right, I guess I got to prove this to y'all and to myself and to y'all and to myself.
And I didn't know what it was
constantly,
until each
and
day
to the guy yesterday. Oh, do you want to stay here? We don't have fire.
How much of a ceremony of it is it? Is it or not?
How much
is it?
Do you just stay here on one night and then go to my other one?
Are you just camping, or are you here to do a ceremony?
No.
Are you guys here to turn out your next life?
Yeah, we're going to go to a rainbow house. Thanks, though.
Yeah.
Thanks, though. And your place is beautiful and cool.
And thanks for having it. And you want to know what? I'm coming back here with my boyfriend, and that lawyer won't even live there in my world. Yeah. That doesn't exist. I want to know what world is inside of that can and be a part of the lemony fizzness that I can only imagine.
Thanks, humans.
Thanks, humans.
Thanks for creating awesome stuff.
It's plants, rocks, things. I mean, it's all just...
Oh, can you please get in on this?
How would live?
It's the most tart tight tart tat. That is a tight tart.
That is a tight tart taste.
It is
a tight tart.
And tart is a word that sounds like what it is. Tart. It is a tart lemon. A tarty tit.
But it foams
Tang.
at the end. It is. That's serious lemon.
It is. That's no joke.
It's not.
It's actually not that much sugar. It's like pure lemon. If you don't like lemon,
I'm seeing that it says 16. I'd guess 30%. This is lemony as shit.
Yeah.
I love lemon.
I know. And it's real lemony. They ain't messing around.
That's why I was like, it's good lemon. There's a good amount of lemon in here.
Yeah, there's like real...
Actually, that's 16%
lot.
of lemon is a lot of lemon juice. And
16%? Is that real?
That's a lot. There's no... Actually, then I'm like, there's no way.
Yeah, 16% lemon juice from concentrate.
That's a shit ton of lemon juice.
It's a shit ton. It's like this much. A pure...
We have a bowl
lemon
of
juice.
lemons on our thing that I don't know if could equal to
No, I know.
that.
It would take so...
9.
Thank you so many lemons for going into this.
Lemons.
One
Thank you,
can.
lemons. You. There's not tons to your world. It's not so easy to get lemon juice, dude.
No, it's not.
Lemon and lime juice is fucking sacred.
Yeah, it is.
There's
and it makes
not so
everything
much of
better.
it. And it makes for what it does in the world of flavor.
Acidity.
You don't even need...
That's when you start, your palate gets more refined. You're like, this needs acidity, not... Because at first you're like, it needs sugar or savory. And I'm like, those are simpler. It needs like more spice or it needs more bland. And you're like, no.
Bring the cymbals down.
This needs, it's like, this needs a acid, like a kick.
Like a kick.
And then it's like, is it in the beginning, the middle, or the end that it needs it? No, yeah, it only needs it at the end.
And not even needs, but like, let's put a zing, right?
See
You'll
what
be
happens.
like, this is what this thing is cool. It's like, there's a foaminess to the end as you get, and it's like gets foamy, and the lemon's like a foamy thing. It's tart, and then it gets like foams out.
It's like a
tongue.
little present, a little beautiful lemon present. Cool, man.
And this is why I'm gonna go back to my life and live in Seattle and do all these things. But I know that I can come to these moments when I just need to go like, it doesn't fucking matter. Yeah. It doesn't matter, Heath.
This is why we need to do this. Actually, like, this is why
we're doing it. And while we'll be doing it for the rest of our lives, is we need to come back.
It is easy, dude. Everyone knows. And the reason they say, remember this when you go down the mountain, is because you need to go up to the mountain.
You will be going back.
Often.
Yeah.
Because you just get into the cycles and you get into everything. Nothing is going to be the be-all, end-all.
Nothing's the mountaintop.
Yeah.
But just know that when you're the depths, that this is actually something that happened.
Right.
That you have felt this good.
Yeah.
You keep your mountaintops just to have when things aren't going so well. Just because they existed.
Yeah.
And not in contrast to anything. But you've had mountaintops. I've had such
huge ones.
Wonderful mountaintops of a life, man.
I'm gonna get my rose quartz out and put my attention to it. Or my white quartz. I've never had a white one. Crystal.
I'm loving whatever crystal quartz situation.
It was so funny yesterday, dude. That girl called us out immediately. We were like, oh yeah, rose quartz, everyone just uses them for everything. And sister uses them to everywhere. And then we go up to her and she's like, these are the most powerful. And she's like, they're for everything. And she's like, they are for everything. That's why rose quartz is...
That's why your sister has one under a pillow and everyone...
Yeah, it's because rose quartz is powerful and it's a universal...
And everybody loves rose quartz.
Everyone loves it. So yeah, so you use it to get a boyfriend. Who cares? Like, rose quartz doesn't judge.
It's the comfort. It's comfort.
Yeah, it's pink, it's cute.
And no one can fault you for it. If you found it on your boyfriend's pillow, it'd make you love him. If you found it on your girlfriend's pillow, it'd make you love him.
Yeah.
If somebody found out you liked rose quartz, you'd love them for it.
Yeah. That's on there.
And if you didn't, then that's on you. And that's
not sure if I brought that white thing out.
That's how it is.
Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is good just as a note to myself.
Talk to me.
Keys.
Got it.
And like Amanda packed the flower one. So like I keep looking for stuff in the blue.
Okay.
But when we first started, I packed.
I don't chair pack. I have not chair packed. So know these lands because I don't know anything about the chair.
I just got to know it.
Love
so keys are in everything that I had originally intended is in that chair. Because I started looking in here as if I had packed this one. And I was like, wait, there's nothing in here. And I was like, oh, I put it all in that one.
But what is over here?
Like my keys, my rose quartz, my
cool. Okay, I was like, oh, yours, yeah.
Like my stuff,
okay,
my
cool.
stuff that I wanted.
Cool.
And like the important things, like the keys to the car.
Awesome. No,
yeah
I want to know where that is. Like, I don't know where the keys to the car.
Yeah, we're like out here. We're like, so about that lantern. So about that. No, I can see cars right there. We're so close to the road. It's ridiculous. And I think we walked 2.5, 3 minutes max from our car, and look where we are. And we didn't need to go any further.
One family, and it was a beautiful interaction.
Yep.
And then, you don't need to hike, and you could, and you don't have to.
You really don't have to.
And actually, one day I'd love to go on a actual hiking trip, but no, it'd look a lot like this. Actually.
No, if you're out here for a few days, you do ones like you said that get your heart rate going. You go on real hikes.
Yeah.
Trails.
When you're not on plant medicine, like we're out here tripping. Yeah. We don't have to hike while we're tripping, and if we do, that's cool. But then I want to go on hikes too. I want to work out my body.
Yeah. But with different.
You know what?
Stuff.
Fuck this, dude. I love working out my body, and
Yeah, you do. It's inspiring. I do too, dude. I do too.
You do too.
I do. Come on,
dude.
I know I do.
We're both super athletes.
Just allowing myself. It's like allowing myself.
If we really allowed ourselves to, we're both tall, hot bitches. I think
we
are.
I know.
You know what? It'd be like Cam and Tatey, them being like, "I'm ugly," and we'd be like, "Are you insane?"
That's why people are like, "Shut up."
That people are like, "Shut up." Because it's these two hot bitches going like,
with my hair.
Why do guys think me? And I do it to Camille, dude. I do it to Camille. I'm like, Camille, do you know? And she's like, but he like, no, like I'm lucky. And I'm like, Camille, you are.
You don't even see it. But that's what you're saying to me. Like you don't see it, I don't see it, but we have to see it.
I know. And I want to slap her, but she wants to slap me.
Yeah.
And that's why we're best friends. That's why we're best friends. Because we're all slap stupid perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. It is dumb.
We are all slap stupid perfect.
Sometimes I think I'm like, if I had nothing else than my hair, like if my face was hideous and I was short and stout and I couldn't see and I had no athletic ability, I was falling everywhere.
You're living in a lump.
I had no humor, everything I took seriously, and then my hair alone. People are like, what is that? And I do it too. I'm like, I don't know, dude. It's just this. People are like, you have mermaid hair.
It is your hair is a flower on the earth.
Yeah.
And when you let it be as hair as it can be, there's no more beauty than your hair. But our mothers have told us that our hair is not allowed to be free. Put it in a bun. Taper it down with pomade.
Spray.
Japanese do it. Then if you're going to do that, then make it something. Don't make it prim proper. Then go crazy.
Don't make it boring.
And make a pomade fucking be a kabuki with
it. Go crazy.
Or go crazy, dude. But don't make it not.
No, I know. I've embraced it so much more lately, dude. I go out, I make it crazy. I'm like, I love it. I appreciate it. There's mirrors in our bathroom at work. There's just mirrors. It's like one of those where you can do this and it's like infinity. But you can see behind you and you look in this one and you're like, and so I can see the full view of what someone just sees looking like straight. Dude, I'm not even, what's funny in those ones, I'm like, dang, I'm not even like as like crazy boobly bobbly as I think I am. I actually just look like a larger woman with like really beautiful hair.
You're tall.
A tall blonde.
You are this is what we're laughing. You are a tall, blonde-haired, blue-eyed goddess.
With tan skin.
You are the epitome of a California beauty. Like, if you had to put it on paper, she's tan, she's blonde-haired, she's blue-eyed, her face is round, she has pinky tones,
super long,
she's flowing in the wind. You are the embodiment of a California girl.
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful.
I love that.
And I love you.
And you know what? You know why I'm that? Because I am a
California
girl.
Yeah.
And a California girl isn't some like, well, but they only weigh this much. And I'm like, no, but I am one.
I'm one too.
I am one.
And like I'm a black woman. Like
You're a total California girl.
I'm such
a
California girl.
People know that.
And then they meet me, and I'm like,
yep.
And they love that. And they love that about me because I love that I'm a fucking blonde-haired, blue-eyed ditz because it embodies that thing.
And
I'm like, I'm that.
Happy and everything is good.
Yeah, and I really do believe that everything, no bad days. I really actually believe that.
I know. That's what people think. They think that all California is just like this
that we're ignoring
kitschy,
something.
like t-shirt cliche phrase. I'm like, no, we live like that.
We live like that.
And then someone just made a t-shirt, and then someone from New Jersey came and they're like, oh, no bad days.
And then you guys come buy the t-shirts. We don't wear these things.
We just have no bad days, and then someone made a sticker. But we actually don't have bad days because we live in fucking California.
We live in paradise.
Dude. California, where everyone in the world recognizes is one of the
paradise.
Actually, well,
we live in paradise.
There's one problem though. It's not as cool as Canada.
Kamitaty?
It's not.
Fuck you guys.
As not quite.
Sorry.
As the word cool.
No.
Cool. That was always my. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna build you up, Canada. You have better health care.
How can I tell you?
You have actually kind of friendlier people.
All the ways
that Canada is better.
Is actually better.
And cool is nowhere.
But
anyway.
Cool? Having this conversation, I'm embarrassed for you.
It's hard to even.
I'm embarrassed for you. I shouldn't.
And they
have
were
to
having
have
it in public, by the way.
I'm like, yeah.
Also, first of all, can we even just say that you're saying that Canada, which is a country, is cooler than California, which is a state.
What?
So I'm like, now you're not even comparing apples and oranges.
And dude,
and Canada,
and we were even saying Southern California. Can't vouch for the top half of this state.
I know.
I can only vouch for this half. It's still cooler.
You know what's
than your entire.
Yeah.
We live in the tip of the edge of paradise of beauty, and we're like.
We have Vegas, we have Mexico, we have the ocean, we have perfect weather. Canada, come on, Canada. Dude, you have what, one city that can pass as like mildly decent weather?
Gonna choose in our soul contract to be born on the edge of paradise of the universe, and not think that
even San Diego, dude, not even Southern California. San Diego is that Chaparral Desert, which is like super unique of anywhere in the world.
And then even if you want to zero in where I was pooped, is this ocean town on the edge of the shore of a fucking beach.
Yep.
A few miles from this.
Yeah, actually on a beach in a desert.
Yeah, actually.
Born.
Yeah.
Because it is a desert. Absolutely, 100%.
I'm home and it feels so.
It's like a beach in a desert.
I'm looking at it and it feels so normal and home.
That's why I like visiting. Ecuador just seems like I'm like, this is so cool because it's not my home.
But then you go to Ayampe and I go, dude, I'm sorry, but Ayampe's home. And then you take them and it felt like it was so home to us that we're like, we wanted to buy a house then and there.
I was like, well, how do I keep this? I don't have to worry about that now, which is great.
Which is cool.
Because I thought I had to keep it.
That's the thing when you're in your 20s, you're like, this is who I am because it calls to me so much.
Yeah. And Ayampe is as a little town more than any other, Mexico in general, or this, Cozumel, or,
right.
whatever. But Ayampe,
right. Ayampe,
I saw the potential.
Yeah.
I saw the.
I see
not saucy. I see the beauty of it. The intention in that community, dude.
Yeah.
Where Maryland's like, I ain't just gonna let y'all in.
You don't want to know what? And not just me, Heather and Amanda coming, but can I be a part of Ayampe? Right. And what you're doing here, Marilyn and Keith,
we kind of came in guns a-blazing.
We did, and it's our youth.
Sure, we'll buy your brother's property.
Well, yeah, we'll how much money, and then we'll just throw money. My aunt has money. Oh my God, I'm embarrassed. It's okay. Whatever.
Because we were young, and you know what? They needed someone to buy that property, so whatever.
And you guys needed us, and we infused life. Okay, so that's
and they do love us, but they do see that we're younger. But you know what? Guess what? Not that much younger. Maryland's 36. Maryland's 1 year older than me.
Same age.
And just because she has kids and a hot-ass husband, I always am putting her in some category above me. Look at her.
But she's also been building something there, right?
She's been building that for a while, and that's her life, dude.
That's her life.
It's not mine. And Marilyn's a hot-ass Ecuadorian bikini model.
When I need to be in your world, let's work together.
And you let me in, and you love me, and you already know. She said from day one, dude, the day that I met her, that I was going to be, in her life. And she's, always emails. We always talk to each other. Actually, Marilyn is someone...
Marilyn runs Ayampe. And Marilyn's like, anyone can use Ayampe, right?
Yeah.
But if you use it, here's the rules. Ayampe runs through Marilyn. I want to use Ayampe. You know what I mean? And she's setting her community up. You know what I mean?
She's the mayor.
And we came in here's how we're going to fix Ayampe. And she's like... I know things could be better, and we're working on them. Yeah. This is a new community.
It's a new community.
We're getting there. We see the potential, too. It's not like you don't have to market us. market.
We know there's holes in the trash cans.
We know that a total. We know. Believe us, we've been trying to fix the mosquitoes. Yeah. It's nature.
But this is where I come in and I go, okay, yes, but I feel like where we could come in is like, y'all don't even need that much money. For example, this is just an example.
Right.
The beaches, right? The beaches are gorgeous. Oh my God, the beaches, they're beautiful, and it curves around in the rocks. Y'all need to take these motherfucking stupid things with the literal fishing net as hammocks.
Yeah.
Where the guy charged 50 cents. I don't care. Spend $1,000 and just put some new hammocks.
And then you can make...
And let them make the money and still charge the
right.
thing. But just clean up that part, because that would elevate. Wouldn't take a lot of money. Wouldn't take a lot of effort. It would take one afternoon. We're going to take down the old
easier
poles.
For you.
Put in
easier
some new
for
poles.
You.
And make your whole beach, when people first arrive there, like Christine,
yeah.
she's like, it's a little bit dumpy, trashy. I'm like,
I
would always be
it's
like,
not
no,
so easy.
Like,
no.
Like, trust
it's
me,
not
like,
so
we have to keep walking.
Ayampe.
We have to keep walking because it's cool.
There's nowhere to hang out on Ayampe yet.
But there is, dude. When you go down further down
right?
the beach,
and
of course there is.
Where there's these weird fishing net things, is make it easier to
that's the
be
opening
in
to your
Ayampe.
beach. So like, you guys need to make that better, and that's not a lot of time or money. So yeah, don't have to create the whole universe, but do some little tweaks. That
but
would
dude,
be
the center of
big
Ayampe is the shitty, weird Centro Mercado, and the smell of dead chickens in the air, and that's Ayampe, and that's why Christine and Vic were like, really, and we're like,
but you guys
got there on a bad day.
Did you go to the bungalows? Did you go up
right.
the mountain to Finca Punta, which by the way we didn't even go to till like our fourth.
Till the third, fourth, fifth one,
and it's this.
And we're like, ooh, why didn't they get it? Because it is also.
It is also Dumpland.
Chickens and
it's
smelly Dumplandia.
It's brand new.
That's the thing with Marilyn. Like, I don't want to like have to take over Ayampe. She's like, I know.
Yeah.
That's why I'm doing it. How can I help when I'm there? Like,
be a part
use
of
me in this community.
That's what attracted me to is like, I feel like I could be a part of helping this grow from a small place. Not like moving to Aliso Viejo and like, oh, I'll get on. No. Like a small, not yet set up, very new growth.
I don't know what I'm doing, but I have an idea and I can grow here.
And my energy, and dude, our energy's needed.
Yeah.
I felt that the last day.
Always. That's why it was big.
When I was with Adam, I had this really long talk with, and I'm forgetting his name. I need to reach out to him. He's hard to reach by email, but the guy who runs, there's two guys who run Finca Punta, right? And they know Salvador and Santiago, and they're friends, and they're shaman brothers. So I hadn't met one of them, and he came up to me, and I was just sitting on the beach, and Adam had gone back or whatever, and we just had this beautiful conversation. But I sensed in him, he's like, I managed that hotel for like 8 years, and he's like, I just got so sick of it. He's like, I got resentful, and it was like the day in, the day out, day in, and he's like, my partner, we built this beautiful place, and because this is when I was telling him, like, I want to come here, I want to do this and that. And he's like, we need this new energy. He's like, we need an infusion of a little bit new energy and a little bit like something new. Because what was happening at that time, this was last year, probably if I really looked at it, probably this day, a year ago. I mean, that's crazy. Whatever. But it was about a year ago, right? It could have been like this moment a year ago. It's so crazy. He said that unfortunately Ayampe had like gotten some riffraff in it, a little bit.
Sure.
And like my speaker got stolen. I fucking left my
because it's still a backpacking frontier land.
It is. And so he's like, well, and also it had to do with the government too. And I didn't know about the president of the government, whatever, was kind of kicking people out of this certain area. And so there was this kind of
pretty tumultuous time in Ecuador.
It was a tumultuous time. So this homeless youth didn't, and they kind of settled in Ayampe, but then the businesses kind of got together and they're like, no, we don't want this here. Like,
no,
go to Montanita. Like,
there's a place for that.
It's
not
Montanita.
here.
It's down the road.
They already built it.
Yeah.
You're just doing it in the wrong one. And they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where do I use
they started to know that there was people with money who would come there. And so they were like
coming
being a
there
little bit more to steal from people who had money.
Yeah.
And that's, again, that's part of a community, right? Like dealing with the riffraff and dealing with how do we keep it safe.
And thank you, Marilyn, for being the sheriff of this town.
She is the sheriff, too.
She's a sheriff. She's the town sheriff. And we want to be town sheriffs.
I know. And that's why she sensed our awesome
the sheriff that's like this. And that's why Keith
is just
she's like, I love you bitches because you remind me of my sheriff ass who I'm holding space for over here. You're your sheriffs. That's why he loved you because you're a sheriff too. And you just pulled into her town and she's like, and you're like, hey, we don't mean harm here.
Put your guns down. Guns a blazing. Let me make you some breakfast or a salad bar.
You know what? The best.
Patty's gonna make you a pizza if you just relax.
Same people. We're all beach people. You came to the beach. You like
We
beach.
get it.
Sun all day. Sun in the fun.
You've lived on the beach. We get it.
My husband looks exactly like you. Honestly, embodiment. Marilyn's like, I
get it.
picked you already.
Yes. Yes.
You exist here because I love beach.
Dude, this is a hard one to admit. A hard, deep one, a deepy. But I feel like Keith liked me exactly the way that I was, dude. And he would have loved to teach me surfing.
Loved you.
And he was just waiting for me. He
had no idea why you weren't being you.
Yeah. And I wanted to surf so bad, and I wanted to dig.
I know. And of course you do. And you want to know another thing is like with your sister, like, because your sister would... So then if you wanted to actually surf,
right,
then it looked like you were being Melissa's stupid surf
Stupid
girl.
land, fake surf land. Oh, don't even get me started on how much of a loop there is in surfing in my family.
Heal the surfing loop in your
It's
family.
one of the funniest jokes, and now McKenna's in on it too. And but McKenna started it herself, and she didn't know that it was already going. This was recently, didn't she? She's like, Mandy,
we will surf.
we
Chanel women.
fucking.
The loop of the time is like,
surf.
we shall surf. There will be a time where one of you
Stands up on a damn wave.
stands up on a wave.
And I did it.
And I did it.
I just do one.
And Eddie would go.
And
Because Eddie probably, the day Eddie died was the day that the Eddies finally caught the fucking wave
Yeah.
and surfed.
That's why surfers are so connected to the earth, dude. There's like,
It's
I'm
the
just out
hottest
here,
thing
it's
in the
hottest thing.
world. Masculinity
Danger
is
the
boggling my
ocean.
masculinity.
It's riding the big dick wave of the ocean, dude.
It's
riding
and not caring at all what is on the other side of this thing, other than this is the craziest thrill ride ever.
I love guys, dude. I love the way
love
they drink
that.
ayahuasca. Be like, give me more. Like, I do love their spirit of.
I
like,
like their
let's,
spirit
like,
of
brave, being brave.
I like
They're
their brave spirit. I like the
very
in masculinity. I like the brave spirit.
And we do have that. We just gotta harness it.
Yeah.
We do. But I
And-
want to be brave
right.
more. And brave means like, dude, I get it. It's like just going for it, and you don't care about the consequences. You just do
Yeah.
it. You do it.
and
anyway.
it's not comfortable, and you're not gonna have it right, but you just do it.
You just do it anyway.
You question, and that's women, and that's why it's hard to be brave, because
You
we
wanna think of
question
every
everything, because we
angle.
do, as that's how we're made, right?
That's how we're the protectors. That's why we're the
Because we're
protectors.
supposed to, because
We're
you
like,
guys,
"Oh,
of course you'll do anything. Hold
we get
up.
it, we get it.
And that's balance, and that's why
That's balance.
I want a partner, and why you're my partner, but I want a I would want a partner.
Masculine. We want an actual.
why I would want a partner.
Masculine man.
I want a brave man
Yeah.
to be brave for us, and I will make sure that we're not going to die.
And I'll keep us protected.
And I'll make everything beautiful, and it'll be the funnest land ever, and believe me,
Yeah.
you're going to have the thrill
But
ride.
you also keep us, like, if there's bears or real shit, then
But
that's your
don't
job.
you care about the
It is
actual
murder
stuff?
job. That's like, why is it always my job when there's the murder? I'm like,
Sorry.
that's your job.
It's your job.
Get over it.
And I make everything awesome here. If I make everything awesome
I did the
here,
dishes,
then
I
you
did the
have to
kitchen
take the
thing,
trash
and
out.
when the murderer comes, that's you.
I made awesome pasta. Sorry, not sorry. You have to take out the trash.
Yeah, get over it. Do your part.
And you didn't want to make the food, and I don't want to, and you
I
don't
wanna-
care.
That's why me and Justin do one day. I'm like, he's like, I don't want to do my dishes, and he'll always laugh, and he's like, no. He's like, he'll make strawberry bowl, and he's like,
Right.
don't do my dishes. I'm like, Justin, I like doing your dishes. That makes me happy because I look over and you're taking the trash out. I'm like, we're a partnership in this, dude.
We're partners.
You're taking
and
my
then we
trash
all
out.
get to share the
Yeah.
house. And
the one who doesn't
everybody
share
likes
is the only one we
making
care
home
about.
because we're humans.
We love making home.
We're making home is
One
who
spot.
we are.
I know.
This is living. But when somebody comes and goes poo,
And just throws
you don't have to
shit
live in
into
that,
it.
and I don't want to.
And then starts telling you everything about their life and screaming at you. You're like, whoa. She's so my sister. It's not even funny. Identical. Like, in so many ways, identical. Down to, like, thin blonde hair. Like, kind of like the way they talk. This pressure of speech. Never can't get into, like, she can't see. I've never been able to get in a duality conversation with her. It's just her, and every once in a while, maybe she'll let you like put 4 words, and then she's not.
Dude, and
listening,
I have,
it's
and then
just-
I've seen where she's far in her own loops, and then all of a sudden she is a physics
yeah.
She has a physics degree.
And
she is super smart at science.
And math.
In ways...
Numbers.
I don't even know what she's fucking talking about.
Yeah,
Who's this person? Who's this land?
Yeah. I wish you'd embrace that, dude. Embrace your nerdy physics.
And she doesn't even have to, but it's crazy that there's a land underneath this, what I thought was this nothing.
Yeah. And she never talks about that stuff with me. Never.
It's crazy that there's a woman, a super, who knows, revolutionary physicist that could cure cancer, right? Like, if you know things about science, you can figure things out.
Yeah. And I'm not. That's the thing. It's like. I'm not there to reflect. Like,
she doesn't have to be.
Sandy takes too many prescription pills.
But she also is pooping in the world that you would like to create for yourself.
Yeah. But I kept thinking up until this trip that I had to just like convince her to stop taking all her prescription drugs, and then she would stop leaving her tea in the sink.
Like,
what? Or I could just step into my power and be like, I don't want to live here.
I don't want to live here.
Have to. And she's like, correct.
I'm a physicist who doesn't know it.
Someone else is moving in.
This is happening.
Have fun. And I was like, oh, okay.
Actually, like, those times where I'm like, step out of a thing, like when I left Radiator, I was like, so goodbye, everyone. Heather Adams was leaving, and everyone goes, okay. And then, like, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Because they were like, you're not so... That's the thing with Radiator.
Yeah.
They were
like,
industry...
the speaker, they would be super sad. But like, how long you been at Radiator? 3 months?
They were like, honestly,
4
dude,
months.
in the industry... Because here's the thing that we respected is like, we're all industry cool. They're like whiskey industry. I'm not cool. I'm not that type of cool. I'm industry cool as fuck. I'm industry cool as fuck, but I don't want to be whiskey cool. And I don't have to work here. But when I hang out with them, we get each other.
Yeah.
I hang with Tyler. You're gonna fucking love Tyler. He's us. He's a bro. That's why I love Tyler. Actually, all my friends right now, all my guy friends, they're all totes bros. And I love fucking Tommy.
You've
fucking
always loved bro.
Mutter is my bro. And Julian, all my bros are bros. I'm broing out.
You always love bros.
I'm actually broing down hardcore. And
bros.
Julian, one of my best friends, Julian does stuff like this. Me and Julian, we roll into speaker and Kale, and we all go, sup?
Sup, bro?
I'm just broing down.
And you know what? I've started to notice a few of those bros, like, at my job, and when I, like, get on their bro level, they, like...
I'm a bro.
They kind of crack, and then we start teasing each other.
I'm a bro.
Oh, my God, dude.
But I'm also a lady. But I'm a bro. And that's why we love, like, things like Camille, because, like... That's why...
Camille is such a bro.
She's such a bro, and she's the most femininely beautiful bro I've ever seen in my life.
That she's so... That's why she thinks of herself as this
she makes no
skinny
sense
bro.
on the scale of what a woman could or should or might or not think about themselves. Camille exists
I love Camille.
to be this person where it's like, it doesn't matter about body. It's a spirit.
Care.
She doesn't care. Camille is so beautifully Camille.
I know, and she's so unique.
She's got a lot of anxiety.
And that's being young, and that's her
being
path,
young,
dude.
and it's her
That's
path.
the Camille loop she's on.
And you're not. That's Camille.
Yeah.
So she can't. So Camille's not an anxious person. Sorry, she's a 10. She's like, oh, I'm already a 10. It's like, well, that's actually why you're a 10. Because you can be a little more anxious.
We have food issues. She has anxiety.
Yeah, there you go.
Whatever. She has anxiety. That's her thing to deal with.
Anxiety is her thing to deal with.
And it's like Darlene being like, oh, no, eat the chips. Like, it's cool. I don't care. Just don't have anxiety. Like, no, you're fine. Like, don't. It's like, that's her thing to deal with. And we may get a speck of understanding of, like, how can I help you? But sometimes, like you said, like with Darlene, you just got to step back and be like, let me know how I can help you, because
I have to go on living my life. Yeah. And I was also
anxiety.
like, and I was telling her with Darlene, like, don't try to do or not do anything that you think for a thing. You're doing too much.
Do less.
I was like, you have to be so much like you in this house, because that's what I'm trying to do. And that's where she's the perfect roommate.
It's a good balance.
Because we're like actually learning how to be ourselves with someone that we trust and we don't know. So like we are getting to know each other. I don't know who this person actually is. Yeah. But she's really cool. And the more she opens up, I'm like,
so cool.
And then the more I want to slap her in her face for who she thinks. And that's what she looks at me and she says this to me and she's like, I look at you like that, Heather. Yeah. She's like,
And I do too.
She's like,
and you look at me like that.
And this is what this is.
This is our best
She's
friends,
like,
too.
go to the mountains. She's like, you already are this woman. And I'm like, Darlene, you are amazing. Everyone you know, Prince, her whole life from the time she's a kid has been pointing her in a direction of music. And she's like, what type? You know, and I know, and I get it.
That's like us, like, what type of video are we
And like all of everything's pointing towards fun, right? And we're like, but how do we do fun? It's like, I don't know, whatever.
Keep having it, keep doing it. And
just do it. Do the thing. I was like, Darlene, make music. Just make it.
And then it will come out in front of you.
It doesn't have to be a thing. You just need to do it. She's not even doing it.
I know.
And it's the same thing.
Yeah. And we can't just sit around and go in endless loops of Abraham talks.
You just need to do it.
We need to do it, and we need to have goals. And
that's
why I want to do the calendar, and all this is coming together with Integratron, and I know that.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a huge masculine energy, and that's why I did this thing. Is like,
Mm-hmm.
this isn't just talk anymore. This is real steps that have been presented to you. They are real. Put them on calendars.
You have to be brave.
You have to be brave enough to do them.
Do them.
And to think, and this is a big one of mine, even when you were saying, like, oh, just put this on your calendar, like 2 coffee dates and 2 this and that. And I'm like, you know, an old loop in my head is that I fucking want to get rid of, and I can right now if I want to.
Mm-hmm.
You've said 1,000,000 times that you were going to do it, and you didn't. So what makes you think that this time is any different? Because you never hold your promises, so it doesn't matter who's put what on your calendar. And then I go, fuck you, voice. You're just a stupid voice.
Just a voice.
And none of that matters. And guess what? Guess what, voice? Everyone does that. Everyone puts shit on their calendar they don't do. Everyone makes whiteboards they don't check
It's
off.
just the thing of possibilities. The calendar is a possibilities board.
Right.
I like mine full because I like a lot of options on my calendar.
Yeah.
I have my one of my calendars is my ideal Heather life. Who she thinks she has to be in society, right? That I work out 5 times a week and I have dinner dates and I can actually wake up and go to work, do something at 7 when I have a party planned. Like some EDM night. Like I bought tickets to a show when I had a shift there, and I'm like, why
didn't I go to my?
Why couldn't I go to the
night?
rave? It's because like you
And
can't.
And that's why I was saying I can't plan too much. I can't say like, go have 5 coffee dates in the next 2 weeks. No, how about have 2? And then I go, okay, I could do 2. Like, I can only catch up to my own self, and that's why I'm going to make But I'm also not going to do 0. And
I'm not going to do 0.
That's when I go, you need to call me and be like, when are your coffee dates? And where did you
How
go?
did they go? And how did they go? And
no
me
lies and
just
no
wanting
bullshit.
and you calling me and be like, here's how my coffee date went. And not even no one's holding anyone anything. We're just telling each other about our badass fucking lives as they're chugging along. And opportunities are coming. And we're Heather and mandating, and we're like, what are you doing in April? Because we're gonna come out of each other's lives, and we're awesome.
And we're gonna stop
co-creators.
judging, and I'm gonna stop thinking like I have to do what the fest is. I have to do. True. But the other side of that is we do have to do Guys Sagrada. We do need to put it on the calendar.
That is the big
We do need to
stuff.
reopen communication with Christine.
Because I want to. I want to.
And that is something that in the grand scheme of things,
Yeah.
like, I don't have to know right now if next Wednesday I'm going to call up Devra and have coffee. People and the world and the way the world functions needs to know when that fucking Guys Sagrada treat is. That takes time to plan, to get together. We can't be like, let's do it next month. No, okay,
And
but we could do it next
wherever
year.
we end up, we can put dates on. And wherever we end up there will mean that it was the best we could do with the resources that we had at the time to make it be exactly from heart. And that's it. And it will ship shape, and we will look back and go, here's how we did it better, but it doesn't mean it's shitty. We'll never look back at fucking the Catskills and go, you fucked it up. We go,
It was
wow.
beautiful.
And now, you know, when we do that, now we're like, it's awesome. We're like, how did you guys do that? That's actually, when I look back now, I'm like,
what were you,
where did you get that
doing?
brave? How brave?
I do look back and I go, you guys just asked strangers
crazy.
to go out and hang out in a cabin with you for a few days.
And they followed you.
Transition their life, and they didn't even know you.
And you didn't know that in your lives transition, like you didn't.
And you didn't know Theron was your teacher, and you didn't know that Ralph was going to be
What's
your
meditation? Never had meditated.
Never
did it.
Before that day.
Planned a meditation retreat.
Never
actually meditated until I met
Ralph.
He's my first meditation
And actually,
teacher.
in that retreat, on that floor, in that place.
I can tell you the moment when I
that
first.
walking one.
Ralph's. He's our bro, dude.
Powerful.
And you want to know what? Ralph's a bro.
I know he is.
Ralph's a bro.
He's a bro.
He's a vato, dude.
He's cute. He's real cute. I love Ralph.
I
love seeing him become himself.
Dream of him and Jess falling in love.
I know. I always think about that.
She goes, I thought he was gay, but I wanted to love him. And they're going to fall in love. They're each other's.
Like, and dude, they've both healed themselves so deeply.
And they need they deserve each other.
They deserve each other. Because it's two powerful people.
It's two powerful people that have been baggled.
I don't get a powerful person until I'm a powerful person.
Mm-hmm.
And now I get it. And that's
where Jess is settling into. She's like, she just goes like this. Tom's done.
Yeah.
I let go of my family. I did it.
Now I'm power for acupuncture.
And then you get to settle into a really beautiful thing.
Wow. Tom was
She just went through hell.
Yeah.
And she deserves.
We can't even imagine, honestly.
She deserves to be cared for now.
Yeah.
Jess just deserves
nothing
but care now.
Yeah.
I love her, and I that's why we're in her life, and that's why we love her.
I want to care for her more. I want to know how
I want to care for her.
Yeah.
I want to honor her beauty because she's brought so much to my life.
She's one of our first
witness
teachers.
of femininity in my life, and she's been incredible.
And she's powerful.
She's one of our best teachers. She's our teacher. She's our curandera, dude. She's our curandera, dude. We are the students of Jess Grovell.
Yeah, she's our Mexican.
She
taught us ceremony.
This is all Jess.
This is all
Jess is our fucking shaman, curandera,
and she said,
dude.
Take it up a notch, ladies.
She said, ladies.
Goddess camp out. I was like, what is goddess camp out?
And we go, what? And she's like,
lame.
And we're like, Jess came with all her booze and she's cutting up her thing. And we came with Capri Suns and Sun Chips. And she goes, Heather and Amanda,
sit down, I got this.
We don't do Capri Suns and Sun Chips with Costco box thing.
Yeah.
We don't. We do cut slices on a thing. It's ceremony.
In beauty.
We're out here experiencing nature.
And women. And we're giving honor.
And if we're going to be whimsical and free, we're going to do it in our power, not be like, then anything goes, like kids,
kids.
And she was an example of that,
and something that we could reflect to her that we did in our more like innocent upbringing is
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wow. It was right in front of me.
Wow, I felt the vibration of that, like nothing resonating to the ends of time right now.
That was so cool. You didn't even see how long it was there, dude. Before my brain could go and like make the sound, it was like hovering around your head for like at least like that long.
This Jess thing, dude.
Yeah, it's big.
She heals us. We heal her now.
That's what I was gonna say.
She took care of us.
Yes, Jess, it's
now
beautiful.
We take care of her.
We don't need 75 bottles of champagne. It will be awesome.
Because she's like, here's the next level.
3?
Then we help her with this one. Then we help this one. Then we help with this one.
Cool.
From your perspective, like everyone tell us what's better in your
love
thing.
Tequila, but how about let's honor tequila?
Yeah.
Let's do it as a, and cool. But again, like, take it down
your
a notch.
rules with this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take it down. Right. Your rules of ceremony and honor.
In this way.
With more honor.
And that's
what I think
dude,
you were trying to say, even with alcohol, is like more honor, more intention, more
just when we and not because it's covering, not because we need it. That's the thing with booze is like it's there to loosen up and have fun.
Yeah.
And if I'm drinking it in any other spirit of wanting to have something that's not there or whatever,
friends,
then I'm not going to do it.
Or I'm out, or
if I want to be playful and have fun and enjoy lime on top of agave cactus flower, which I love the taste of.
Yes.
Cactus juice
and sparkles
and things that sparkle, and then they make my body want to play.
Yeah.
Then I will have a cocktail. But if you're going to dump slush chemicals on rocks, not gonna.
Don't need it.
Don't need it. This is the thing. If you're gonna make it, make it, and my body will dance.
I give to Jess, dude. We're like, she brought the whole table and real silverware.
If you're gonna make a margarita, make a margarita. That's what Jess always said.
That she did.
Then you're gonna break out the glass, and you're gonna get the best fucking tequila.
You better have a real, not even
a
fake Exprimador. You better bring the ceramic.
You better have brought it from Mexico. That's why
It's the one you.
You want to know what exists in our thing is our Mexico one. Yeah. And now, when we sit with young girls, when we're in our 50s, that Exprimador was where Heather and Amanda and Heather, and they'll look at it and they'll see in this Exprimador, they'll see that was when we first moved to Mexico, and we got our first Exprimador, and we were young kids, dipping out, and it was our first Exprimador, and it followed us.
Going,
it's the story of our Exprimador, dude.
We didn't know where we were going. And now we go with more intention because of those times.
It's like same margarita, different intentions, which is the name of my other book. Same margarita, different intentions.
What was the first one?
It's like if whether I get to Costco by 6 could be the end of the world.
No,
or not.
I'll be at Costco by 6. If it's not, it was
awesome,
perfect.
Actually,
it was like
perfect.
If I'm not at Costco by 6,
it could be the end of the world. Or not.
It's not.
If I'm not at Costco by 6, it could be the end of the world or not.
And then what was
this one? Is same margarita, different intentions.
Same margarita, different intentions. That's all.
And more
is,
intentions.
And becoming more.
And having intentions.
You know what you said last night? I don't know if you remember this. And by the way, all of this is recording. And it needs to be.
Because we're speaking in at a source. So like things are channeling. Like it's not just us saying things, like we're channels right now, so we need to record it.
That's why it's open. It's mind expansion. Yeah. What do you think's coming in? Source.
That's what Esther's like. I'm just a channel for Source to speak, so we need to. Yeah.
But here's what you said last night.
Shocked me.
You said these people that we look up to, like Deepak Chopra and anyone, right, in this like transcendental world, they do everything they can, meditate. Eat the right foods that have literal high vibrations. Drink the water because it's like this is the way you have to live in order to be the most healthiest person. That's because they know they can get to the other world, dude.
And they want life at life max.
Life max.
And ease and flow. They're like, of course you can do whatever, but your system will work better if you eat foods with this timing of thing. Yeah. And look, and we're like, oh, that's too much to figure out. They're like, if you flow with it, you won't even have to even. Yeah. And that's where I'm getting now. Yeah. I'm like, when I eat the thing, and Veep's so interesting because I'm doing it at the same time as learning my body as I'm getting scientific information.
It's cool.
And you want to know what? Thank you for manifesting Veep at this time. Awesome. Like this crazy that that we have.
Really cool. But I do think that all of that goes toward they understand that you're given. Somebody said if you do all of these things that are very apparent and available and have been to all cultures of humankind,
and are crazy, like
you can tap into the mysteries of the universe,
and things will flow. Like there are ways of matter flowing that if you do, and if you want to flow on that flow,
yoga, dude, and that's why you ain't give me the water.
Okay.
I'm doing a yoga one. I'm so over this. This day, I promise, I will never have another judgment about yoga. I don't give a fuck who does it or who doesn't do it or what they're wearing or if they're lame, cool, left,
or if
right,
anyone
down,
ever is doing it in the wrong intention at any one time.
I don't care if someone's doing it because they saw it at Nordstrom, and Nordstrom has the coolest yoga pants. Don't care. I need it in my life if I want to flow energy through me. Period. If I want to flow energy through
balls
me,
deep for me and you right there.
Done.
Balls deep.
We have to
mic drop.
Mic drop. Stick on the floor.
Embarrassed, egg on my face forever.
Got it.
I'm that's in my youth as
all it ever is. I'm just gonna call it my energy flow practice. And if I don't get up in the morning, do some energy flow
practice as I do mind flow
and talk flow and learn flow and Heather it's just part of our
get up and flow and then do your life and then be on the flow. Get up and be in the flow.
If it starts with 5 minutes, starts with 5 minutes. Starts with 10, starts with 10. I don't care, but it has to be
just
every
get up
day. And I already meditate every day, and I already at least try every day. And like today was a little bit harder because I realized I couldn't breathe. But what a great realization! Yeah, I realized I couldn't really breathe.
That today you were going to need to be conscious of your breath, and there he is. That's going to tell you today you need to be conscious of your breath.
Mm-hmm. Cool, thanks.
And that's all that meant.
Flow my body, dude. Just flow it in.
You wake up and you tell and you listen to your body and you tell it what you want it for the day, right? I wake up, I do it. I want my day to look like this. Mm-hmm. I sit up in bed, and if it's buzzy, okay, that's fine. But let me practice. Then I'm gonna have a buzzy day. So let me practice in this moment to keep coming back. And I'm like, oh, that's the type of day I'm having. All right. And I'm ready. And the days where I'm like have the easiest meditations, like, whoa.
Yeah.
I'm like, that was effortless. And then those days are like,
I mean, I thought it's so funny. At the bottom of it, I see people that are so happy with yoga. I see how happy Savannah is. Like, she's calmed down. She's like, this is my heart center. I understand how to like channel my, and she's been doing it for like, not even kidding. She switched over she took a month off of weightlifting because she was kind of getting sick. And she's like, I couldn't breathe. And like my weights, she was doing really heavy power stuff.
I know.
But she wasn't doing yoga. So it was like, she was just doing
Didn't
that.
matter.
And I was like, you're getting all clumped up.
Yeah.
So she was just doing that. And it was very masculine. It was very that. And so then she just took a month off. Like, I didn't even realize it. She kind of just said, like, yeah, I haven't been to the gym. And
that seems like you guys actually just came from a time where you were.
We were a little bit apart.
Yeah, I sensed that too.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. And she's just kind of with Devin. And I'm like over here. And then she started doing yoga. And you know, she's like, oh, I'm just going to go to core power. I'm like, corporate power. Core power, you're going to go to corporate power?
Whole paycheck, corporate power, all the things.
Meanwhile, Savannah's like, comes out less than 1 week later, like, I'm going every day. I go to this one in Point Loma. It's astrology.
You like me now more, like, because I'm more relaxed.
In touch with myself and my center. It's made me feel beautiful.
I did it.
She's like, it's making me feel different curves. She's like, I feel
feminine.
More womanly and feminine.
I did it for 1 week. The crow pose, almost did it. 1 week, that means 2 lessons.
And that's the one that you're like, I don't know how anyone does this. How? Yeah, if we had to say right now, the most we've ever done yoga, for real,
2 months, and it skyrocketed, like
and once
in
a
the
week.
Fire, yes, at Lab 5 and the special time,
8 times.
And it was the amount of yogic ability that I made in that time was psycho. That's why like it is a beginning move. That it is a beginning move.
Yeah.
When if you do it often enough, it is a beginning move.
It is. It is a right. But sometimes it's like dance, right? Like I could look at people. And it's more a category. It's like saying red, yellow, and green. It's like beginner, red. Okay,
of
like
what
when you look at hip hop and you go like, these are beginner moves. But if you've never done hip hop, you're like, I don't even know how to get there. You're like, okay, well, let me teach you the beginner moves.
Let me teach you about hip hop moves.
Let me teach you about hip hop moves, and then you'll get to the beginner class. So actually, like at like Shockwave or whatever it's called, Culture Shock, beginner is like you better know what you're kind of doing.
That's why Velocity's so good at saying. Just like, here's the fundamentals. Here's hip-hop moves.
If you want an intro, fundamentals.
And this is like, you already know.
But you're still a beginner. You're doing beginning moves. Let's say yoga. Like, honestly, you should know, like, downward dog, child's pose, warrior 1, warrior 2. Like, those are just beginning moves.
So we can go in and get in our flow.
And if you want to stay there as long as you... I love yoga, dude. It's so understanding.
And you want to know what was cool? We know all the moves. Like, when the girl was saying it, I never for once... opened my eyes to be like, what move is that?
What does she mean?
I knew exactly what she meant.
Flowy.
I just had to listen, and that's why yoga is so amazing. You just sit back, let your body be your body,
and you don't look
at
anyone.
This person's your guide. Just let this person lead you on the journey of your body.
I always want to be like, but when do we go?
Just let this person lead you on the journey of your body.
Yeah.
For 30.
And if you want to stay down as a child,
minutes in your miserable life. For 30 minutes, let someone take you on a body journey where you don't have any hates, and your body, it's not
all stuffed up.
And when it is, it is. And then you release a muscle, and you don't feel the pain anymore. That's the thing about this Utkatasana. There's power in that, and it's the one I hate because it's the one I need the most. It's getting through uncomfortable, and that's why everyone hates Utkatasana. As human beings, it's the chair pose, and we hate it because it burns, and you want out of it. But
the other side's beautiful.
And you're in your power the whole time. You can always come out of it. And when you do, great. And you hold on.
Cool.
You don't have to.
Yeah, you don't.
And when you know, the minute you stand up from chair pose, it's not even like you're like have to tap it out.
Yeah.
It goes away. Chair pose is like it sets in instantly.
Yeah.
And it goes away. Chair pose, I'm like, I instantly know when I bend my legs right now, I'm going to burn and it's going to burn.
Immediately.
And my body goes and I sweat almost instantly. Wow. That move is my body's furnace.
Ultimate furnace.
It turns
That's what the Veek
on.
thing that he's saying, dude. He's like, every 2 hours, if you do 1 minute of that ultimate furnace, he's like, you would be. I want to do that. That's a good challenge.
I was like, I already feel in my
every
furnace,
2
and
hours.
that's a furnace move. And it's hard to sit through the heat that is generated in there. Question.
I gotta pee.
I have to pee, and
we have a good
also
3 solid hours of sunlight still.
Okay, and I will say this: I could not operate a car right
Hell
now.
no, me neither.
Okay, cool. Well, and not cool. I was hoping that.
Doesn't matter. I got us covered.
Okay.
I already know. This is why I did one. This is why I.
And
was
thank you.
being
And
a little bit
I
more
get to
granny nanny.
And
it's gonna be
you're
fine. We
holding
have plenty of
space for the
time.
thing.
True, but we did start a little bit later in the day, and the sun is a reality, and light is a reality.
And here we are,
have to carry
and we're
our
gonna do
chairs
LSD
and NBD
for our whole lives.
Yeah. However, so I have faced all of my realities of like, if we have to tell someone like, hey, like you know what, we had this beautiful trip and we just need to stay in our car for a bit, and
they're gonna love us for it.
And they're gonna be like, cool, stay as long as you need.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna operate machinery right now, and you wouldn't want me to.
And you know that, and I know that. We're good here.
No one's doing harm to anybody.
Yep.
Thanks.
Living in cities, we forget how in country life, everyone gets that.
To help you out.
You live in cities, everyone's
and
so
someone's like, well, you can't park here.
bureaucracy.
Like, well, then you can drive us to where we can, and then we'll pay the camping fee.
We'll follow whatever rules.
We have a tent and a thing and a thing.
We just physically, you help us follow the rules, we'll follow them.
Yeah, like we do. We have a tent, we have a bed, we have blankets, we have everything we need if we had to
survive the night
camp
here in Joshua Tree.
Yeah,
and wake up at
I have cash.
Wake up and go to the diner that's down the road. We could walk to. I could walk to where I had diner food right now, to an ATM, and walk back. I could buy food and walk it back out to this blanket.
Not really.
No, I'm saying, but in the grand scheme of things, in the day, in about
Easy.
6 hours, I could. We're not in any danger.
No, we're not. None. And it's just about coming into power with that, being honest. I have no problem telling someone that. I'm not going to be all afraid of everybody.
You know.
And that girl got in her car and drove away. Like, yeah, I'm not doing that, but it gets because I'm looking out for my safety.
And you want to know? I don't know if that girl's tripping or not. So whatever.
Who cares?
She was just
but
a girl.
I will tell someone, yes.
Yeah.
This is my truth. I'm not operating my car. Here's my keys. Here's my phone number. Here's my everything. And dude, everything's been so flowy for us this weekend.
This is why they're
Come on.
Like, and this is the thing with LSD. Like, why wouldn't you? I don't want to live like this. So I'm in the world like, you know, like the David and the dentist. Like, is this how my world is? Like, is this forever? Is like,
of course
in this loosey goosey.
It's a time.
But you need to remind you take journeys like this in the mind to remind yourself that it is just a dream.
Yeah. Stop taking it so seriously.
So to stop taking it so seriously, because I know it's the reality, right, of the world, and that's why you're human, but
it's really not that big of a deal.
Yeah. And be happy. And be happy and be happy.
And just play in your playground that we made for you.
Playground.
As we are. Okay. In my playground, I have to go pee pee.
Okay. I'm a little bit. No. I have to pee super bad.
Oh, okay.
In fact, I'm kind of antsy with things that I need to change about my state.
Oh, don't be. Do one at a time.
Okay.
What's the first
Standing up. I want to stand up.
Yeah, it feels actually great.